Dun, dun, dun. Damn thing keeps sliding. Gotta readjust my headgear.
All right. Got your head on straight?
I got it on straight. I tell you.
All right. All right. We are heading into week 3 of the NFL season.
Yep. 2-0 Broncos.
Broncos are 2-0. Bucs are 2-0.
I want to
Ravens, one win was worth more than one win, I'd say, last Sunday.
Big win for you.
So we were all 2-4 last week. We got to be better than 2-4.
Mine, my picks were my wins were a little bit better than yours just because they probably were.
Yeah.
But yours.
I don't have to look back at it to disagree.
You guys did.
You are what your record says you are, man.
Yeah.
2-4. Say it all the time.
Yeah, that's the truth.
All right. We got 8 games to go over this week. So let's jump right into it. The best noon game I see on the schedule, Chargers plus 6.5 in Kansas City. Big divisional matchup. Jimmy, our biggest Chiefs fan on the show, what's your pick for this game?
Fuck them. Fuck them. But man,
I'll note that.
I'm worried about Herbert that afternoon, dude. I really am. Who knows? But he hasn't been to Arrowhead yet.
That's what I was actually thinking. I don't remember.
Yeah,
if he was starting by that point or not. Yeah.
No, well, he was a rookie last year, so they wouldn't, right? Yeah. So
yeah, but he played 12 or so games.
It wasn't a full house till at least the playoffs.
That's true. That's true. His first real trip to Arrowhead. Good point.
People can talk about how loud it is, but until you play there, unfortunately, I really I'm going to consider for me just the money line in this because I would think it'd just be really funny if they could push him around because they are going to be able to score some points. I think the over 55 is over, but yeah, I think the Chiefs win this game. 6.5. This is a tough one as a bet to say. I just think the Chiefs win it, man. So I guess go money line. I think 6.5 could be a stretch though.
You'll keep it as simple as Chiefs money line.
Yeah, because I don't want to. Yeah.
All right. Brad, I mean, I feel like you're going to be kind of on track with where I'm going with this. How about you get into it first?
Yeah. I think Chiefs are human. They're going to put up points. So I think that over. That's what I'm taking.
Okay. What is the over at?
54.5 right now.
Okay.
It actually dropped a little. I think we talked last night. It was at 55
earlier
today. So it's 54.5 now. I think Chiefs are going to come out on top. I don't know if it's going to be by 6.5. But neither of those defenses are anything special. So there's going to be a couple shootouts this week, and I think this will be a great one at the noon kind of time.
Yeah, that will be cool to watch at noon.
The forecast, the weather forecast is clean in Kansas City, so there's going to be nothing slowing these offenses down.
Coming off a loss,
too. In the air or on the field. So
yeah,
they're both coming off losses. I have a different pick than both of you. I'm taking the Chargers plus 6.5.
There we go.
After what I saw, I cannot trust the Chiefs defense.
Nope.
And since last November, the Chiefs have failed to cover the spread in 12 of their last 13 games.
Wow.
They've covered the spread once in their last 13 games.
Including playoff? Or
yes.
Okay.
Including the playoffs.
Wow. Yeah.
So for one thing that means is the Chiefs are always heavy favorites. But the other thing is they haven't been blowing people out like they were their Super Bowl year.
It close. Yeah, I thought that a little bit too lately.
I say the Chargers put up enough points to keep it a one-score game. I'll take the Chargers plus 6.5.
Fucking right.
And that's what we're all rooting for at the very least.
Right.
So, all right. Moving along, another noon game. Saints plus 3 at Patriots. Jameis, who plays like a rookie some weeks against the rookie in New England, Mac Jones. Brad, let's start with you on this. What do you got for this pick?
I'm hammering the Patriots money line. at
Okay.
minus 150. I think it's what are they? 3-point favorite. So I'll take that money line. I know the Saints were down like every single coach last week. I just think Bill Belichick is gonna have a rough game plan in mind for Jameis, and he looked very human after that week 1 kind of blowout. It definitely won there week 2.
I said it last episode, but that wasn't all on Jameis. The Saints game plan, they just didn't have anything that was working that day against the Panthers. And I'll leave that into my pick. I'm taking the Saints +3. Sean Payton is going to have that team ready after a shit week. The Saints defense is going to cause Mac Jones a little bit of trouble as well. So I'll say Jameis bounces back a little bit. I considered the under 42 in this game because I think both defenses are better than the offenses, but I'll just take the Saints getting 3 points on the road. Jimmy, what do you got?
Yeah, I like the Pats -3 in the under. Parlay that.
Parlay the Pats
like
-3 and the under.
I think
There we
Shut
go.
them down.
Yeah, I think they do. I just think Belichick, man, he's got his boys back. And when's Stefan Gilmore? He's not back yet, is he?
I haven't heard about anything yet. No.
Just the fire they played with last weekend, man, and like getting 4 picks and I think 2 sacks or something like that. I mean, you're gonna come and then you get a guy that you know you can get. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Jameis never throws 4 picks. I've never seen
that.
that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So I think it's one of those where it's like, man, yeah, that seems like the easy. Yeah, it's hard at the under 42 because I have their defense in a fantasy league and they haven't gotten a touchdown. They haven't gotten a touchdown yet. So one of those picks could be a TD, which could make that over really easily. You know, like you could flip that and then Jameis has a couple at the end or whatever. So
I think this is a week we could see a little bit more Taysom Hill and just like some weird gadget plays from Peyton.
Yeah,
he'll throw a bunch of shit in there just to try to keep moving the ball.
And that does work against Belichick, and he's done that against team. Like he always says, this, running quarterbacks have a tendency to do pretty well actually against.
Yeah,
I remember a Broncos game after we beat the Steelers on that Demaryius Thomas play. I think we lost like 42-7. And we had to go to New England in that playoff year. But yeah, so that reminds me of Taysom Hill. But yeah, if they can mix him in, I just think the Patriots and I like the under in that one.
Yeah, I think that lack of receiving depth for the Saints, it's just going to catch up in certain games.
It's showing.
Kamara can't do everything, and you don't really have a clear-cut backup like they had in years past where they could literally play Murray at running back and him at slot receiver. That's gone. So
even like an Emmanuel Sanders from last year on the Saints would be nice for Jameis to have.
Yeah, he doesn't have that security guy really.
Yep. I say Jameis runs for like 100 yards, a couple touchdowns.
Wow.
I didn't say that very seriously. Jameis will scramble a few times, though.
No, he will, but Belichick, that's where, and they're always tapping into the locker room and shit. The Patriots, man. Who knows?
That was a good joke that Eli and Peyton had about the bug being in the locker room.
Yeah, right. That's what exactly.
Yeah.
So.
All right. That's enough on that one. Moving on to our last noon game, Washington football team at the Buffalo Bills. Bills were 9-point favorites 24 hours ago. That line has dropped to Bills -7.5. Jimmy, start us off with this one. Tell me what you know.
I have the I know a lot. The Washington football team +7.5, man. I think it'll be a tight game. It'll be a lot like the Steelers game, I think, with Washington, I think. And we'll get back to a funny thing about this later on. But yeah, I like Washington +7.5. I think it'll be a tight game. I really do, man.
Yeah.
And the Bills might come out like they did and tear it, and they had a great game. They blew, but division game. They say every time the Bills. I didn't know this going in when we picked last week, but apparently they always beat the shit out of the Dolphins.
They did at the end of last year to keep them out of the playoffs. Yeah.
So I didn't know that really. I watch a lot of football, but I didn't know that. but I would still say I think Washington can stay within 7.5, man. So I would do that.
Okay. All right.
That.
Brad, you got the same thing? You taking the points?
I'm taking the over. I think what Buffalo did to Miami, I don't think they're a defense that's capable of shutting down even a decent offense. That offense was terrible before Tua got hurt. So
yeah.
In Washington, even though it was the Giants, it was still a big win in a primetime game, and they're coming off that extra rest that can't hurt.
Yep.
So yeah, I think you'll see a lot of points scored. Taylor Heineke, he's legit. Battlehawks XFL guy.
Yeah. The Washington put up 30 points against the Giants. That Giants defense, I want to say it's not bad. It was pretty good last year. So
yeah,
I don't know if it's any, I don't know what's going on with the Giants. They're always a hard team to figure out.
Yeah, dude. When they
were a great
together, nobody can trust it because it's like the years they won when like it was Coughlin, and then every year they win, they like with a wild card, and they went out from the wild card and won the Super Bowl. So
yeah, I don't even feel great about this. I had the over 45.5, and I crossed it out right before we started up here. I kind of overthought this one. I'm gonna, you know what? You guys have taken some money line favorites. I'm gonna puss out here and take a money line favorite and go with the Bills at home.
Yeah,
it's probably minus 200 at best, but
I got it at minus.
I'm gonna take one easy pick. This is gonna be my one money line pick of the week.
Yeah, I won't do another
at
money.
Minus 370. There you go.
Yeah.
Let me
get. I need to feel safe about something, and then watch the Bills will be the team that ends up blowing it.
The Bills on this money, like the Washington on the money, like I wouldn't be. I feel like not. Yeah, I wouldn't feel that crazy to do that. It's 290 on here, so
it's one of those games. It's like too early in the season to figure this matchup out because the Washington defense hasn't been as good as we expected it to be. The Bills offense hasn't shown as much as we would have expected yet.
Yeah.
So,
that's the truth.
All right. Let's close it up. Close out that game with that. Moving on to the 3:00 games. Dolphins +4 in Las Vegas. Keep in mind, Tua is out for the game, which I don't know if that's a negative or a positive for the Dolphins. Jacoby Brissett will be starting. We've seen him do decent things.
Yeah.
I'll start off with this one. The Raiders have been one team that's won it for me.
Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber on the Sox.
Homer.
Who are they playing?
We're in the yellow jerseys, baby.
Who are they playing?
We got the Mets, man. I should have told you that prior to the podcast.
That's a decent game. The Mets
are
pretty much out of it, but I know the Red Sox, every game's real important right now for the Sox.
Dinger to dead center at Fenway. That's a shot.
Yeah, so Dolphins
just solid
+4 at Raiders. The Raiders have been the one team I've picked both weeks that has come through for me. So I'm just I won't even try to analyze the game. The Raiders have won for me 2 weeks in a row. I'm going to keep rolling with them. I got Raiders -4.
Yeah,
it's going to be hard one to pick otherwise here.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. So it's like we could maybe just move because I don't know Brad's thoughts, but
is that a unanimous pick? Raiders -4.
We could get into maybe why they won't, but I think the over could hit. I think they can put up the way how efficient Carr's been and the yardage they're putting up. I just don't even. Maybe the Dolphins wouldn't be able to cover their end of that.
That was
that is exactly what I was going to say.
This
might be the first time we've ever all agreed on a pick.
Yeah, because it's so.
I think they're going to win by easily. You could put this line at 9.5, and I'd probably still like the line.
The Chiefs, we said the same thing last week. So
so maybe that's the danger game of the week.
Danger zone.
I fell into the danger zone.
They used to do that in the fantasy before on Red Zone before it would start. Yeah, danger zone. You had to pick someone crazy.
So that the Raiders were a team I looked at in the survival pool picks this week. I ended up with the Broncos, but
did you? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm worried, man. But yeah,
I went with the Broncos because I figured if the Broncos lose, I can at least give you shit for it all year, being like,
nice.
I fucking picked them against the Jets in the survival pool. They couldn't even get that one.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, there you go.
Always looking out.
I'll pay it back here, Jimmy. We got Seahawks -1.5 at the Minnesota Vikings. You start us off.
I think that's easy for the Hawks -1.5.
Really?
They're a good football team right now, man. And I think they rebound from the game they blew because that really, it showed me also, which was cool, that the Titans kind of have some fight still in them. They're not going to get embarrassed this year, that they were able to come back. But yeah, I think Seattle can cover. Dude, 1.5, man. I lock that in right away. Like, that doesn't seem too high. I know it's in Minnesota and it will be rocking because, again, it's first time the fans are going to be there. But the over in that one at 55.5 too is definitely
tempting.
It's parlayable because neither one of those teams likes to play defense too much. So
both of them, like the Vikings played the Cardinals, both teams put up about 30 points. The Hawks played the Titans, both teams about 30 points.
Right, man.
Yeah. So Brad, what do you think here? You looking at a total or the line on the game?
I love the total personally. I don't know. I think 55.5 with those two teams. I think Minnesota's going to be fired up in Minnesota, but I don't think either team has the skill to stop anybody. So I would take, that's what I'd be most comfortable with. Again, this is one of those where it's like, what does Vegas know here? That, in my opinion, the Vikings
1.5
should be given at least a couple more points.
Yeah, like 3 or 4, man.
That I don't know what you've seen from the Seahawks to be disappointed in.
I think it's the fact that the Vikings really need the game that bad, that they're going to fight and claw. They're going to give everything they got for this one. Not that you wouldn't on any Sunday, but you know when you're desperate, that can bring out something more. We see it all the time in sports. So I'm going to stay away from the line on this because I think it's a bit tricky. I'm just going to go DK Metcalf over 68.5 yards. Tyler Lockett has been he's been killing it, so he's going to draw a little bit more attention, and it's time for
That's my boy.
DK Metcalf to make a few plays.
Not him.
So over 68.5 for DK Metcalf.
That's
I like that pick.
That's pretty modest. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you went with a lame money line, and then you did that. Well, all right. Let's see. Any other graham crackers you want to eat when we do?
Well, no. I'm going to be quite honest. I just can't bet on Kirk Cousins. Even like 2 seconds ago, I had written down Vikings +1.5, and then immediately after I heard you take Hawks -1.5 and feel so great about it, I was like, I can't bet on Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
I've just done it too many times, and it never works out, dude. I don't like that. Because that game was against the fucking Bucs too, so it pisses me off, man.
Yeah. No, I got you, dude. I get that.
Brad, what's your pick on this game? Hawks all the way.
Yeah, I love that over. I love that over 55.5.
Even at that high of a number.
Yeah. I so far they've let Russ cook.
Yeah.
He hasn't thrown a pick yet this year. I don't think Minnesota's going to be the first team to pick him off. Yeah, I think both defenses are terrible. I wonder if maybe that's why the line's so close. It's just. But yeah, I'm all for all these shootouts. I'm all for these shootouts because I think we could see 3 games with an over a 55+ easy this week.
We're looking at a lot of spreads of them, yeah.
Yep.
Or a lot of under.
I think hopefully I think it'll lead to an exciting week.
Yeah, that's enough on the Kirk Cousins game. Let's move along to America's game of the week. Bucs -1 favorites on the road against the Los Angeles Rams. Should the Bucs, before we even get into picks, should the Bucs be favored on the road? Opinions. The Rams have arguably looked a little bit more solid so far. I know the Bucs are the reigning champs.
Yeah, Super Bowl champions. You haven't lost anybody. What can you say negative about the start to your year?
Dude, they should be. It should be minus.
Besides your secondary's a little injury depleted.
Yeah, that's true.
Secondary worries me, but I think At the same time, I think the Bucs defense is a little bit due. The Bucs haven't played like an all-around solid game yet. They haven't ran the ball for shit, and they haven't really stopped the passing game for shit. So I expect that to change a bit. The Bucs D line to get after their ass. Last year, the Bucs won multiple games in the stadium where the Super Bowl was played. The Super Bowl's in LA this year, so I expect them to, continue that. They're going to win multiple games in the location the Super Bowl's played.
Okay.
And Bucs -1 is my pick.
All right.
Nobody's going to call me out on the fact that the Super Bowl was in Tampa last year, so they basically had to win a game in the stadium, the Super Bowl stadium.
Red Sox scored another run.
Okay. You guys were like, Matt's talking about the Bucs. Just let him go. Let him go for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
it last year.
No, where's it at this year? It's in LA.
It's in LA.
Yeah. No, so they will be there. Yeah, I mean, I hope so, and I hope they beat the shit out of the Chiefs, but I'll just go then. I think, I would take I don't think the over is a little high there, so I'd probably just go if it stays at 1, I would go with the money line at -130 with Tampa. I just think they're gonna win the game. I know that's not really lame.
Well, then you have to take the -1. I mean, the -1 has to be the
might as well.
money line,
It's
right?
better.
You can't parlay it, right?
The only thing that can stop it is a tie, right?
You can't parlay those though.
Or
You
a
can
push.
that,
You could
right.
you could get screwed and push if they
No,
win
but
by
you can't
exactly
ever
one.
you usually can't parlay just the spread and the money line. It'll only allow you to do like the money line and the
It's
over.
either or. Yeah, but you would always get better odds with the -1.
Oh, so just doing it. But
Yeah.
I don't know if the over is gonna hit, man.
Okay, so
So,
Bucs
you're
money line
saying-
parlayed with the over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck it. I see what
All
you're
right.
saying now.
It's all right. It's all right. You get to make your own bet slip. That's how it all works. So, Brad, are you going to go the other way on this one?
Of course I am.
Yeah,
I don't know how you're going to guard the Rams receivers.
I'm worried about Cup.
Your pass rush is solid, but
He looked up. I'm worried
they
about
also
Cup.
they also practice against a guy that
Fuck.
I mean, and
Yeah.
nobody's even heard about Robert Woods doing anything yet, and their tight end's not terrible, but I think the Rams have enough talent on defense to match up with Tampa right now with their secondary the way it is. I think when Tampa's fully healthy, different discussion, but the money line's actually a better deal on the Rams than the +1. So I'm taking money line Rams.
Rams money line. All right. I also heard the news today. Antonio Brown is on the COVID list. I don't know if it's not 100% that he won't play yet, but if I had to guess, Antonio Brown won't suit up on Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's Scotty Miller time, man. I'm going to make that bet on Sunday. Whatever the odds are, Scotty Miller to score a touchdown. He checks in the
Why
game.
not?
He's going to toast anybody who lines up against him. I don't even care if it's fucking Jalen Ramsey. He'll dust him.
Jalen Ramsey.
Scotty Miller. He
But
doesn't get enough playing time, man.
They could put Cooper Kupp out there on defense to guard him. And
yeah, but when you at the
No,
Bucs,
Scotty would burn him.
Fred, or Matt, you'd rather have AB out there that was a Bucs fan even than Scotty Miller. Come on.
I don't know, dude. I want to see Scotty Miller and the rookie from last year, Tyler
Between
Johnson,
Godwin-
get a little bit more time.
Root with your head, not with your heart. Come on.
I mean, I know those guys can get it done. They got it. Scotty Miller
You saw
made
what AB did
huge
with,
plays in the
5
playoffs.
catches? I mean, he turned into 124 week 1. It's just he's
and
a
then he had
different level
one
of
catch
athlete,
last week. So,
but he only can do with what he gets.
Yeah. I don't know. Scotty Miller's just a more athletic player than Antonio Brown.
With
We can all
Scotty
agree.
Miller in the game, Rams +1 all day.
Yeah.
Hammer that.
All right. We'll see what Scotty does on Sunday afternoon. Going on to Sunday night football, Packers.
Scotty
plus-
doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know.
Isn't that a song or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Packers are +3.5 at, I want to say Candlestick Park. It's not
The
Candlestick anymore,
Niners.
is it?
It is
49ers.
I don't know.
Wherever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Levi
Brad.
Stadium.
Brad, continue here. I'm pissed off at your last pick. I want you to tell me something better. You picked against the Bucs. Give me something I can get behind here.
I'm liking the Packers getting the points plus 3.5. I don't know. I mean, San Francisco's looked good, I guess, but
Wow.
I'm taking the Packers plus 3.5. I'm not overthinking this one at all here. I heard today Mitchell and Hasty didn't practice. The only one of the three that practiced was Sermon, who supposedly had a concussion and fumbled on his one carry he's had so far. So, I know Shanahan's a hell of a play caller, but I think the rust has been knocked off of Rodgers.
Yep. I'm gonna go jump right behind you. I get the same thing. Packers plus 3.5. This is Aaron Rodgers versus Jimmy Garoppolo. That's as far as I need to dig into it. Jimmy, you obviously disagree with us, or the Sox just blew a big lead.
No, I'm going under fucking Bovada right now to place this bet on the Packers money line right now. Like literally.
The Packers being underdogs.
Are you kidding
at
me?
Plus
dude?
150 money line?
What? But this again, it could be the fucking Chiefs-Ravens game because it's a lot of
the curse of Sunday Night Football, because all the Sunday Night Football games have been crazy.
Close.
And they're all. But dude,
the one interesting fact is, San Fran is getting 3.5, but they're only plus 100. They're not the usual minus 110.
Yeah.
So, Vegas is definitely trying to get some bets there, I feel like.
No. I'm in shock because I'm on Bovada Live right now.
Yeah.
Packer plus 150 money line and plus 3.5. And the over-under is I'm live betting over-under at 49 and the Packers.
Remember the game last week that we couldn't believe the line and we were telling everybody to hammer it?
Saying
what happened?
Hey.
Yeah.
So, be careful.
Scared money don't make money.
Don't make me pull out the Packers.
So Jimmy, you got the Packers money line for sure. And did you add something to that you liked?
Over, yeah. I just did
over
a live bet 49.5.
Over 49.5.
Yeah. I think they're not.
I like the pick. The 49ers defense is pretty solid, but if Aaron Rodgers is on his game, it don't really matter.
Yeah, exactly, man. I don't care how the Niners running game isn't good enough to dictate the clock like that in an entire fucking,
Yeah.
They're not.
And the Packers aren't completely garbage on defense, man. So I just think the Packers are an evenly matched team with a much better quarterback. And if they're underdogs, let me take that side of things,
Yeah, man. Right.
Yeah. Rodgers in prime time. Yeah.
And when is it not fun to bet on Rodgers in prime time anyway? Yeah. If you can get the odds this early like that, fuck it, dude.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of the line is the Packers played Monday night and then have to go to San Fran. I don't know how much that matters anymore with how much care they take of the players.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that should affect a betting line these days.
I don't think after in Aaron Rodgers' career, he's sweating a little,
one less day to prep.
Yeah. And you get the night game on that. So you don't even have to play at noon on the Sunday.
Exactly. How often does that happen? You get the Monday night and then Sunday, so you get those extra 6 hours.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football.
Gonna hate us all.
Our last game. Oh yeah, he is a Niners fan. Hey Germ. Hey Germ, if you're listening.
Sorry about that.
Fuck off.
Rivalry.
All right. Monday Night Football. Eagles are plus 3.5 at the Dallas Cowboys. First primetime game in Dallas. How did Dallas has already had 2 out of 3 of the
I was going to say,
primetime games. Fuck them, dude. Makes me want to bet against them.
Because Jerry Jones runs the NFL.
I wanted to thank the NFL for giving us this opportunity to see a team that could have had their quarterback re-injured in week 1 and they would have been real shitty again. So this is awesome.
The only thing that surprises me is that the Cowboys aren't playing the Giants on Monday night. Because they always throw us that shit.
Yeah. But it's the Eagles. I mean, it's the same.
At least this is mildly entertaining, though, I feel like. Yeah. I'd rather see this than Giants Cowboys right now.
All right, Jimmy, what's your pick for this game?
Let's
go any way with this one.
Eagles money line parlayed with the over.
Okay. What's the over?
That, man. 51.5 is what I'm looking at, minus 110. Yep.
Eagles money line parlayed with the over. Okay.
Yeah. I've told you I like that.
I do
kid
kinda
from
like the
Oklahoma,
over.
man. And
Yep.
whatever. Make it fun to watch on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Hopefully at that point I've won some money and that one's not gonna kill it. So, kill me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think they can compete, dude. It's the NFC East. Any team can win. So we know that. And yeah, I don't think I think that's a fair bet.
Yep. Brad, what do you got?
I don't hate it just because Hurts hasn't thrown a pick yet, but I'm going the complete opposite. I'm taking Dallas money line and the over as well, though. I think it's going to be an exciting game because Dallas really can't stop anybody, but they do have 4 or 5 picks on the year. They have a lot more turnovers than you.
They have the most turnovers in the NFL. This was a trivia question.
I was just gonna say, we now know that, and it wasn't in 2002 either. So,
and I think Dallas is just better equipped for a shootout than Philly. They like the read option. They have more athletic receivers, but Dallas is, in my opinion, a whole different caliber of offense.
Yeah.
So I'm taking money line in the over.
Yeah. You kind of touched on my thought process on this game. It should be a decently high scoring game. I don't think Philly has enough to keep up. I'll take Dallas minus 3.5. I think Dallas can pull away in this game. Maybe the Eagles get a late cover, but I just think they're the better team right now. The Eagles lost a couple pieces last week. Brandon Brooks on the offensive line, Brandon Graham on the defensive line.
That's a big loss.
So, yeah, I like the Cowboys' first primetime game at home to pull away with this one.
It's always great though when Jerry Jones gets disappointed on a primetime game.
Anytime he's disappointed, it's awesome.
When he's walking out of his little fucking box.
You see the press box,
yeah. Yeah, he's leaving just with 20 minutes or 2 minutes to go, 20 seconds, whatever. Yeah, all right, well, we're gonna beat traffic so we can. Well, babe, we're taking a helicopter. Well, sometimes there's foot traffic on the way to Chopper, and it's gonna be hard. I wonder if George W. has had to have sat in that booth.
Yeah, I would venture to. Yeah. Almost guarantee it. Yeah.
I think we both
of them. Both of them.
I think there's a good chance both. Yeah.
We both don't know what we're talking about. And we're
probably wants it.
Yeah.
I think he could be Deacon and I'm going to be president.
They could do a Saturday Night Live skit of the same thing. Jerry Jones with the 2 Bush presidents in the Dallas Cowboys stadium. Just talking about prostitutes or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And then Bob Kraft, Robert Kraft stumbles in there, dude. He's
y'all. That'd be a good guest.
Dude.
Yeah, just hammered.
That'd be some shit, man. Y'all, I don't know where I'm at, but the Cowboys are. Is Romo still available? Because
give him a call. Go give him a call.
I tell you what, man, I like the coach for that franchise.
All right, let's wrap it there. Those are our picks for the week. We do got a few more, but we're done with our 8 games of the week. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back to go into a little bit of fantasy, our best bet of the week, some other interesting stuff. We'll be right back.